we're gonna do a nice little Sunday breakfast. So I baked this loaf of bread the other day. It's just regular white bread. We're run out of sourdough. Bobby has been making tons of sourdough lately, but we're run out of our sourdough starter. So I just made a regular yeasted bread. We're gonna make some Swedish style open-faced sandwich. And the reason I'm saying Swedish style with quotation marks is that we don't have everything that goes on a Swedish breakfast. So we're gonna use what we have. I feel like most of this video is gonna be like that because we're just kind of using what we have instead of making the effort to go buy more of the authentic stuff. And the reason for that is, like I said last week, we're gonna go to Sweden for the holidays, and the trip is coming up. We just have like another week and a half, I think. Yeah, we're just trying to eat what we have. I have to say, I've bought these candles from Trader Joe's before and I've never had an issue with them, but they're being very strange this time around. They keep fizzing. Bobby says it's like because there's too much water in them. I don't know how that works. But anyway, got my baked bread. I have some turkey, shaved turkey. Usually we have, in Sweden, we have like cheese, some ham, deli meat ham, cucumber, on a slice of buttered bread. That's like a normal breakfast sandwich. Don't have ham. We do have a little bit of turkey and a little bit of cheese left. So that's what we're gonna do. This one, I'm just gonna have this is so not Swedish, but love adding these to breakfast sandwiches. Advent breakfast. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eat this while watching the Swedish julkalender. That means Christmas calendar. So another tradition we have in Sweden and that we all grew up with is that every year there is a televised Christmas calendar or Advent calendar. So you know those Advent calendars that are like made of chocolate, you open one each day and have a new piece of chocolate. So there's a televised version of it, and each year there's like a new theme or a new series that tells a whole new story. We've all grown up with them. They're aimed at children, but I think a lot of adults still watch them. And I think it's always aired at 6 p.m. every day in Sweden. Anyway, they also stream their Christmas calendar on their app. So what I do is, since I'm here in the US, I stream it on their app. Each episode is about 15 minutes, so they're not particularly long. And as I was saying, each year there's a new theme. And this year, the theme, from what I've heard, is that the series or the story is about the Sami people. And the Sami people, I think that's how you say it in English, but they're the indigenous people of Sweden. It's really cool that this year it's about them. I mean, it's about time. I'm really excited to watch it. I have no idea what it's about, but I figured while I eat my breakfast, I'm gonna have it with the julkalender.
Jag ska berätta för er om snön på Konga fjäll. Den har alltid varit våt och en gåta. Den är mjukare, lättare, vitare, vackrare. En del påstår till och med att snön är.
Oh, it's gonna be so pretty tonight. This is new. Never seen this before. Like prior Christmases. Oh, we should come out and see this. For dinner, we're having leftovers from a Swedish winter fish soup I made the other night. So doing a little cutaway here so I can share the recipe with you because it's so delicious. This soup is traditionally topped with aioli, so I'm going to start by making that first and let that set before I make the soup. The way to make aioli is basically like making mayonnaise at home, but with garlic. So to make this super easy, I'm skipping a step here by using already made mayo. This is an organic mayo, and I'm mixing that with a big clove of fresh garlic that I grind, and I season with lemon and salt and pepper. This is a super easy and quick way of making homemade aioli. Mix and put it in the fridge until serving time. For this soup, I've chopped up a leek. I'm also going to chop a shallot and a few small cloves of garlic. This soup will be finished off with freshly chopped dill and chives, but what I also like to do, I use the stems of the dill as part of the base of the soup. So we're not wasting anything here. I chop all those things up, I put them aside in one plate, and those are all gonna go in a pot with olive oil, and they're gonna get some color and some seasoning. That's gonna be the base of the soup. Another important element of the soup is saffron, which is a classic seasoning during the holidays. I grind my own saffron, which is better than the already ground ones. If you're an Iranian like me, you'll know that the whole leaf saffrons are much better and have a lot more flavor to them. At this point, I also want to point out that there are variations of this soup. And most usually there's also cubed potatoes in here, as well as small Atlantic shrimp, in addition to cod and or salmon. Now, I didn't have potatoes at home, and we are really trying to just eat what we have and not shop too much before traveling. So I'm skipping the potatoes. I'm skipping the shrimp because we don't have that type of shrimp used for this dish either. It's really hard to find it here in LA, but we do actually find the frozen bags of those shrimps at IKEA. So if you're interested in trying those out, your nearest IKEA should have them. For tonight, the seafood of choice is going to be strictly cod because that's what we have. Now onto the liquids. You can actually add some white wine at this point. I think it's delicious with the wine, but again, we didn't have that either. So I'm actually using what's left of my Worcestershire sauce, but that just adds some tanginess, some salt and depth. Then you add the saffron and a good fish stock. And you'll let that come to a boil. As we're approaching the end, I add the cubed cod. Now the fish will cook very fast, so you really add the fish towards the end so it can lightly poach in the soup. Then we go in with heavy whipping cream. And this part is optional, but I also like to add some creme fraiche. It's also creamy, but it's also light and a bit more tangy than heavy cream. You can also skip the cream altogether and just go straight into the creme fraiche. A lot of people do that. I've done that as well. That's delicious. But we're making it a little bit more luxurious by adding the heavy cream in here. I also add some green peas to my soup because since we are missing the potatoes and the shrimp, I feel like the soup needs a little bit more substance. It's both a vegetable, but it's also an additional protein. And I just feel like peas and cod go very well together. So I add that in towards the end as well because these don't really have to cook that long. The fresher they are, the more sweet they are. So again, just adding that towards the end and just let that simmer for a minute or two. We are ready to eat the soup now. So we're gonna add that to a bowl and then top it off with that lemon aioli, some freshly chopped dill and chives, and it's ready to be served. God, I look like crap. I look like crap. That's how it is, daily vlogs. Oh, that's so nice. The aioli is lemony. I do not know what is up with these candles. They keep fizzing out. Oh, these were lit and now it's like they turned off by themselves. Turned off, that's probably not the correct English. Oh my God, this sucks. Okay, Trader Joe's candles turned out to be not the best. What happened with that? That was like going out and it came back. Okay, so the candles are back on. Bobby's making some pomegranate for dessert. And I just got out of the shower. I look a little bit more put together than last time you saw me, but probably still not very put together. Anyway, yeah, I wasn't able to film our dinner tonight, so I just did a cutaway to, we just had leftovers from what you saw. It's a very, very nice fish soup. As you saw, I made it with cod, but you can easily make it with salmon. Sorry. You can easily make it with salmon or salmon and cod, or salmon and cod and shrimp, like I mentioned earlier. But yeah, now we're just by the couch. We're gonna watch a Christmas movie. We're gonna watch a really old film called Uncle Buck. I haven't seen this one in years. I feel like it's one that people don't even talk about anymore. But it's with Macaulay Culkin. He's a kid here. And then there's this famous actor. I can't remember his name.
John Candy.
John Candy?
I think so.
Okay. Uncle Buck on Premiere Pro. No, not Premiere Pro, on Prime Video. So we're gonna watch that and chill for tonight. And before we completely get into the film, I just want to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, please make sure to hit that subscription button and the bell button next to it. It will help me and help this channel tremendously. I appreciate you and hope to see you in the next one. Bye.
She's powerful.